the Baby's Baby on Baby 2.
The tongue twister album that we couldn't get off the last episode.
Yeah. This is not being received well. It's being received very poorly.
Yeah.
He's only projected to do about 17,000 in the first week. This is the Baby.
Yeah, this is Jonathan, mama. Now, we told y'all in the last episode the controversy, the Meg verse.
This is off the heels of him only being able to sell 500 tickets in New Orleans.
Correct. Remember, we weren't sure as far as what was going to be the reaction.
Right.
Coming off of that concert, like you said, coming off the Meg verse. He didn't promo the album. I swear we didn't know when it was coming out.
Not at all. He said September. It got to the point where we were like, well, I guess it's not coming out in September.
Then he drops it the last week of September.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, 17,000. That's not good for somebody like the Baby.
That's not.
Be honest.
Yeah, no, that's not good for somebody that could sell 200 in his prime.
That has sold 100. Baby did 100.
Fucking right.
On what was the
Kirk?
What was the one with Bop and
Kirk?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was the one where he was like, "This is gonna be the equivalent to Lil Wayne's The Carter 3." You remember when he said that?
I did. That's where it started. That was the start of the downfall.
That was the beginning of the end.
Oh my God, Baby.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But 17,000. It brought up the conversation: is the Baby being blackballed?
I think, and this was something we talked about in pre-production as well, and I think we agreed both to an extent.
Right.
I think to an extent. Now, the extent that we're both thinking of are on two different ranges. I think there's a large extent to which he's being blackballed. We're not shy of talking about how he might have been blackballed after the debacle with the LGBTQ community. When he made those nasty comments, he started to bring in HIV and AIDS and the things like that. You're not just going to get to walk away from a big community, or you're not going to get to walk away from comments like that with such a large community. That's like talking shit on the black community and thinking you're going to go home with your job.
Right.
You're going to get fired. He became a part of that. Now, of course, there was a somewhat of an apology. He walked his apology back and stood 10 toes down again, to where it's like, if you're going to get back in with us, and then he kind of came back a little bit for a second. He dropped the "Back on My Baby Jesus" shit. It was received pretty well. He had some hit songs on there. The Danny Lay shit happens with the brother. The not being able to sell the tickets in New Orleans comes out. And then Baby on Baby 2 just doesn't have any fire behind it.
Yeah. Didn't have any hit songs. We had the controversy, but like you said.
Yeah, Boogeyman, but that can replace a hit song in popularity,
right,
but not in replay value.
Absolutely not. But yeah, so like you said, we were kind of, in a little disagreement as far as to what extent is he being blackballed. So I would say I agree, coming off of those homophobic, let me get my words right, slurs that he mentioned on stage. Of course, you're going to be blackballed to a certain extent.
Oh, yeah.
Coming off of that.
Oh, that was the worst it could have been for him. He said he lost $30 million.
That was the worst thing he could have ever done. Right? So obviously he's feeling that. But I was saying, man, also, I just think the music is just not that good. I just think people have gotten off the Baby's train. Like, I just really feel like his sound, people are tired of hearing the same type of beats, the same type of flow. I think people are just not looking for the Baby anymore like we were a few years ago. So I think, yes, he maybe have been blackballed to a certain extent, but he's not making good music.
See, the only reason why we were going back and forth before is in an instance like this, I see what you're talking about as well. The Baby's music sounds the same comments. The Baby's not doing anything new comments. The Baby's always fighting somebody. The Baby blah, 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 to where his popularity level in the game is starting to lower. The reason why I differed is if you're used to selling 120, 130, And then album after that, you go to 17 in the first week. That's saying that fuck the people that were fickle. That's saying he lost 80% of his core fan base. I just can't buy that.
Yeah. But I did say before, and this is just something that I found, it may not be 100% true, but the baby had a lot of fans who were a part of the LGBTQ community. Like a vast majority of his fans were.
No way.
I won't say like just,
no way,
bro. Nah, for real. He had a large fan base from that community. I swear. So he took a big hit. Yes,
but I do think his core is in the street.
Of course. But I'm just saying, like, he took a hit losing them. Of course, it's not something that he can't survive. But I'm just telling you, man, I just think people are not trying to hear that music. And on top of that, his character has been questioned as far as the corniness. So, of course, we're talking about Meg, but you mentioned Danny Lay in the whole situation with the brother. Let's not forget when they were on Instagram Live in the house fighting, and he's calling her out, her name, and, just all that shit. Whether or not whose side, what's the truth, the baby has done some actions where, as a fan, sometimes you sit back and it's like, damn, can I support him?
That does not drop you 80,000.
No. I'm not saying that's the main reason. I'm just giving more reasons as to why the album sales are so low. Like, I just feel like it's a vast majority. There's a lot of things in the picture here.
From somebody doing 100 to 150 in the first week, for the things that we just talked about, I give that dialing him back to about 30 to 50,000. Mm-hmm. 17,
not even 20.
No way, Corey. No way. We mentioned, and I'm not gonna do that because I love the rappers that we talked about. Yeah. We mentioned rappers that get no fucking love and should. And that are doing more than that.
Absolutely, man.
Lil Pump could drop an album and do more than that, Corey. That's a problem. That's blackball.
Yeah, man. You may be right to a certain extent. Like I said, I don't know. I hate it for the baby.
I'm sorry for Lil Pump that I always use him as the bar of if you reached here, like you've hit the pit.
The low bar.
But go back to what you were saying.
Nah, bro. The baby, like I said, I respect, bro. I love him. He's a great artist. I hate to see his career possibly, falling off or coming to an end, man, because he's very talented. One thing I will say though, and I said this to y'all just being funny in the group chat, but if his rap career does fall off and he doesn't sell 100,000 first week anymore, he is gonna be a great fucking music video director. He's gonna be fucking like the next Benny Boom or somebody. You know what I'm saying, bro? The Boogeyman video is out. Video's great. The baby always makes great music videos. I'm gonna give him that.
As much controversy as there was behind the song Boogeyman, there should be even more controversy behind the video.
The video's crazy.
He got a fake Megan Thee Stallion for the video.
Hey, man.
This nigga got a fake Megan Thee Stallion?
He's that's Jonathan, mom.
This was one of those things that he knew the odds were against him in that or the corporate executive side of the music industry is going to be against him. So he was already formulating his controversy to draw up. He had a video ready for this. He had a Megan ready for this the week of the album drop.
Yeah. He'd been working on it for like a year.
He said I'm going to have he was saying in the song that he was waiting to say this on his next album
type shit, yeah.
But this is crazy beef to be pre-planning for a year or so.
It's weird, to be honest, because you didn't have to insert yourself. We had no idea you had a relationship with Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, you can assume, but like,
yeah, I knew he was fucking.
but it's like, why did you say that? But I don't know, man.
I was pretty sure he was fucking it from the very beginning, but
shout out to Jonathan.
I think I actually said something like that to y'all before, and y'all were like, no.
Definitely around the time when they made the song. I can't remember the song that they did together, but
the Crybaby.
Crybaby.
Oh my gosh, they definitely fucked after Cry. When Crybaby went gold, like The baby was like, "Yo, we go gold. Like, you gotta let me have some pussy, right?" It's platinum. Like, I get the head with it too, right? This bitch goes diamond.
Sheesh.
No, I'm just kidding. But we can move on.
You don't want to know what you get when it go down.
Oh my. Splash. Right. No, I'm just kidding.